Hey everyone, and welcome to a little bit different They Lost Their Mind segment today, because today I salute one of the best salt miners out there. This is the hero we didn't know we needed. This is my celebration of Paula Prado, juror number 11 in the Karen Read case, because oh my God, she is about the funniest thing to follow on the twit. As soon as she said anything, she was attacked by the entire short bus brigade. Because how dare this woman have the same opinion 23 other jurors had? Yes, 23, 2 juries, 12 on each, 24 in total. She did her duty. She got summoned to court. She went to voir dire. They did a background check on her. But, oh my God, a few jurors I've ever seen have handled it as well as she had. Because when she's faced with things like this, the Brazilian juror epitomized free Karen Read, a low IQ movement full of nonsensical airheads. Hey, I won't hide it. I'm pretty stupid. But I'm not as stupid as Hank Brennan, who let this obvious plan of a low IQ Brazilian juror get on the jury. Oh, that's right. The anti-side are not that smart. So they forget that Hank Brennan actually okayed that she was on the jury. But hey, let's forget that. Let's get back to why I love the way she has handled all of the backlash she has faced. I've come to the conclusion that no matter how many times I try to give serious answers to thoughtful, valid questions, my words are twisted. Or if not twisted, the goalpost is moved and something new is questioned over and over again. If I go on podcast and answer questions live, I'm an attending, seeking, show-off, chasing cloud. If I write or speak plainly, you still can't follow. So what's the point? I'm also realizing that sarcasm isn't for everyone. Not everyone aced English or can pick up on the fact that my absurd responses are meant to reflect just how ridiculous the allegations against me are. I feel like an idiot. Honestly, people assume I was paid before the trial and now assume I'm profiting for it, when in reality, I'm still broke. And the situation is affecting our actual livelihood. It's not just mockery anymore. Some of you have accused me and my husband of crimes. If I shut the F up, you'll say I'm scared and running for some imaginary investigation. If I stay and respond, suddenly I'm sick, weird, or narcissistic. Do I find a bit of release in clapping back? Sure. But I'm also amazed of how much time you are spending on me. It's been over a week. Move on. Let me go be sarcastic somewhere else about other cases, news, or random strangers on the internet. This is exactly what everyone should do. Let her move on with her life. She did her duty. She didn't ask to be put on a jury. She probably didn't think, hey, let me stay away from my kids for 3 months. That's what everyone wants. Everyone wants to sit in a humid courtroom for 6 hours. Well, it's Bev, so 45 minutes to 6 hours a day. Whatever Bev is on the White Claw breaks. But she probably didn't beg for that. And she most certainly did not ask for all of these idiots who have been coming after her. Carmine Tassi, don't know him. Don't worry, Tulip. Howie Carr most likely called ICE right after you left his studio. You probably won't be here much longer. Just like the big guy, Mr. DePetro, another xenophobe. Why is it that the anti-side is so against someone with a different background? That movement should have a come to Jesus moment. Why is her background that important to you? Do you think Brazilians are bad people? Don't it make you wonder when you're sitting at home thinking, kind of like the Mitchell and Webb sketch with the two German officers who's standing and saying, maybe we're the bad guys. Harassing this woman just because she agreed with 23 others and showing your xenophobic and racist tendencies is not a good look. I would actually think, oh my God, did I just write that? And I'm an online asshole. This is what I do. I make fun of American cooking, cakes, stuff like that. But I don't ever say, well, you're dumb because you're a Yank. Because there's wonderful people. A lot of the short bus brigade, not that smart, but we can't hate them just because they're dumb. God made them that way. Talking about who God made that way. Everyone's favorite towel. Good morning. Say this sentence with me until it hits home. The former liberal DOJ in Boston seeking to protect their reputation and one up. Hank Brennan ran federal informants onto the John O'Keefe and Karen Reed retrial jury in order to compromise the verdict. And the lovely Paula says, hey there, my biggest fan. I missed you today. Didn't get a chance to check your page earlier. Sorry, but now I'm here and you have my full attention. And I have to say, I'm impressed. This is the kind of news about me I enjoy reading. Well-written, coherent, creative, next-level stuff, Grant. Seriously. For those of you who are not fluent in sarcasm, that's sarcasm. Because nothing Grant ever says or writes makes any sense. Now, Josh Levy, even though he left the office before the trial started, planted FBI informants. And we are the conspiracy side. I know Grant is a weedhead, but there's still 150 to 200 people who sit and watch his ADHD stream. Listening to stupid stuff like that, listening to him talking about dark energies coming down, listening to him disparage Paula because something a family member did. Grant, I don't call you stupid just because your mom has some of the dumbest takes on the internet. And I'm glad that Paula speaks sarcasm as well as I do, because you're too dumb to figure out what she's saying. So you'll probably believe, oh, I have a breaking news story. She agrees with me. But another question she asks, guys, are idiots growing on trees around here? I wish I had the level of maturity to just let it go and ignore, but I'm not that spiritually involved yet. Also, I want to believe that some questions are genuine and there are actual people out there who just lack basic logic thinking. Probably Plevin, who always says logic and reason. So let's walk through this together, friend. My Twitter has three distinct phases: the pandemic, the Brazilian election, and the juror phase. When I said I hadn't used it for 3 years, I was clearly referring to Twitter. You can do the math. This is because they all claimed when she came out of the room and said, hey, I'm going to look this up. And of course, she started following some people who were free Karen Reed. They claim she did that before. And now they're looking into her Instagram, where she stopped posting about a year ago. If you'd done proper research, you'd see I was pretty active, mostly about my family and religion. Then suddenly on May 30th, as you so proudly pointed out, I was feeling cute and made a post. It had been over 1 year and 2 days since the last one. You could have seen that before calling me a liar. When I started navigating social media, the algorithm flooded me with local news. So I deleted the app again. Once the trial was over, I told my family, friends, and followers that I wanted to get back on Insta. I just postponed it for a few more days. But, of course, all of this is not true. They know because they have the mental capacity of Grant. They know she was already planted by the feds, and that's why she wasn't using her social media, even though she used her social media to follow all the free Karen Reed people, because she was free Karen Reed from the get-go. Again, Hank Brennan must be the dumbest guy on the planet because he let her on the jury. He even asked Bev to do extra background checks on the jurors, and he didn't catch this obvious plant that Grant, a man who has no skill, figured out how tainted she was. Isn't it amazing? It's what I always say, you can't be a little bit pregnant. Apparently, Hank Brennan is the smartest, bestest lawyer in the world, but he's also so inept, he can't catch a clear plan when Grant can. If Grant can do something you can't, you need to practice. This is the most complete and reliable post I have seen addressing the allegation against the jurors. As a juror myself, I strongly encourage everyone who believes we were tampered with to follow all the steps outlined above and let the authorities investigate us. Then, once the investigation is over, you can go back to your keyboards, cry, complain, and eventually come to terms with the time and money you wasted. And this is from Deborah Louise, who asked Rock how to get in touch with to investigate jury contamination. Paula, I know you're a married woman, but I think I fell in love with you. I love a good online troll. I know how it is when a shitstorm hits. You stood up to it, looked it straight in the eyes, and said, "Oh my effing God, you're stupid." It's not all the heroes that we know we need, but I needed you to come into this cesspool of stupidity and just clap back at all these idiots. Congratulations for doing your duties. Thank you for spending your time in order to find justice. I'm sorry that this is how the Short Bus Brigade treats you, but you probably know, and you can see on the twit, there's a lot of people who love you for all the stuff you tell them, because sometimes you gotta be an asshole to fight the assholes. You should go follow Paula as well. And just John DePetro one more time. Portuguese, not Spanish.